All right, YouTube. I picked up a CZ P-01 about a month and a half ago. Uh, so far I've been trying it out, getting used to it. I'm getting more into the double action pistols these days, so I definitely wanted to give this a try. It's the epitome of a hipster gun, but I do like it. It has some distinct advantages with it being a full rail system, and this is empty and unloaded. But I do like double action, single action pistols. I always have. My very first gun was a P-01, so I kind of got used to that battery of arms. But this one has a very unique feature in the fact that it has reverse rails, so the slide sits very low inside the frame. It does make for the gun a little bit harder rack to slide and a little bit tighter, but it also makes lockup really strong. This is a really rigid firearm. I mean, there's no play in that slide at all. Decock is well positioned and out of the way, so you actually have to reach back, tap the decock in order to get this back into double action. Trigger pull is actually pretty heavy on a double action. It's a lot heavier than it is on my HKs, which is ironic because CZ is very well known for their triggers and HK isn't, but this one has a very heavy double action trigger pull. The single action, on the other hand, is actually really good. I'm not going to dry fire it because, you know, double action, but yeah, the single action is extremely good on this one. Came with two 15-round magazines, which is a bonus because originally, if I recall, these had 14 rounds back in the day, so they upped it by 1 round recently. Because I've sold these for many years. I do remember these only come with 14 rounds. Has night sights on it. They're the European phosphorus night sights. Ones you need luminescent paint in order from the glow. They don't use tritium in the EU. Their EPA is a little strict, but yeah, these are the phosphorus luminescent paint sights, and they work fine. I mean, I don't have anything against them. They glow pretty bright. They do die out pretty quick, but they glow pretty bright. I'd rather have this than just the white dots. All in all, it's a good size. I got big hands, and this fits pretty good. It's right around the same size as my Glock 19, which is this guy right here, if you can see. They pretty much have the same footprint, which is not bad. Glock's a lot lighter, but CZ has really good shootability. It's got an accessory rail on this one. If you want to mount lights, lasers. I typically don't do that on my pistols. I carry a flashlight a lot more than I carry a gun. I use a flashlight a lot more than I use a gun. I don't have a reason to put a light on a pistol. At some point it just becomes redundancy. I usually carry 2 flashlights, so having 3 just wouldn't make any sense for me. And I just don't need extra bulk and weight. This one does have an NSN number, which means a NATO approved gun. It's the NATO stock number right there. So torture tests that have been done on this have been done on the front end, and it pretty much passed with flying colors. You don't see that on a lot of firearms, but it is a good feature to have because it makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside knowing that this thing can handle some of the harshest environments known to mankind. So I do like that. I prefer the standard version. The CZ does make an Omega version, which I'm hearing they're getting ready to phase those out, but I prefer the standard version anyway because aftermarket upgrades with like the KG Gunworks triggers and CZ Custom Shop triggers are easier and better to find for this version than it is the Omega version, even though they do have some aftermarket stuff for the Omega version. I like the standard better. Do I like it? I think it's an exceptional gun, yes. It's been on a heavier side. I think it's about 28 ounces, but still an excellent gun. And CZ's been known for their quality for many years. I love this gun. I gotta admit, I really do. I wish I would have got one of CZ bolt actions before they discontinued the majority of them. They're 7.6 by 3.9 with, I think it's their 527 rifle. I wish I had got one of them. That one is pretty much hiked up in price, but this one was one that was on my list, and I'm glad I got it. If you're gonna have one CZ in your collection, I think this is probably one of the best choices to get. It's one of them guns that can do a little bit of everything. I've seen people shoot competition with them. I've seen people use them as regular concealed carry duty weapons. They're really hard to beat. Their competition stuff works really good too, but I gear my equipment more towards combat and personal defense. So this I like. This is definitely one to take serious if you're interested in the CZ, and it's definitely one that you should have in your collection if you're just gonna have one CZ. So that being said, appreciate your time. I should have a couple other videos coming down the pipeline, but yeah, the CZ P-01, it's a thumbs up for me.